Hey y'all, Rowan here. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back, and special thanks, I guess, to those who are new subscribers. I don't know if y'all can hear the scuttling sounds off to the side, but that's my kitten. He's hanging out and playing on my windowsill. But new subscribers, hello, welcome. I've got a lot of new faces around here. I don't know any of your faces, but I know that they're there, so hello. Today we are going over April, because believe it or not, May is here. I don't like this, but it's the facts. Time continues to pass, whether I want it to personally or not. So, let's go over what my April looked like. So the start of the month was the completion of my oracle deck that I have been working on, mixed metaphor, mixed media. This is a personal project that has been brewing for months and months, and which I did the vast majority of the actual artistic work for in a blitz that lasted about 3 to 4 weeks. And I then ordered it on Make Playing Cards. It took about 2 weeks to get to me, 2 to 3 weeks to get to me. I think it was actually, no, it was about 3 weeks. It was about 3 weeks. So this is something that I'm really excited about. That's like the big thing that most of my mental energy went to for the month of April, because even once I got it in, towards the middle of April, I think I got it in on like the 22nd or something like that, but I've been working with it ever since. So that's where the majority of my focus has been this month. I've also been working on my cumulative and personal tarot analysis notebook. This is like all of my tarot card analyses, and I will come back and journal about the cards in here individually. And as I read the Thoth information and all that, this gets filled in. I'm still working my way through the major arcana, so you know it's slow going. In some ways I have done work on the minors and courts, but in a very haha minor way. Oh, husband just came home. I will be right back. Okay, where were we? So let's see, I had mentioned Fallout. Yep, we're 2 episodes away from finishing Fallout. I've been working on my tarot studies notebook, and working with my oracle deck, mixed metaphor. So that's been like the big thing. Like the big things that I've been doing. There's also been something that I've been not doing this month, and that's smoking cannabis. I have been relying solely on vapes, and making it through that way, keeping myself occupied on my days off that way. It's a lot easier than going cold turkey, but it is still not easy, and eventually the vapes are going to have to go too, but we're taking baby steps. Especially because recently I've been drinking more, and I don't want that to be a thing that stays. Nothing major, no more than like, I think one day I maybe had 4 drinks, and that's the most it's been. But there's been a couple of sets of days in a row where I've had 1 drink every day, and I don't want that to become a pattern. So baby steps, we try to find helpful, useful things to funnel our time and energy into. I have been reading some of the books that I talked about in my last month recap and March's recap. I've been reading the Hecate's Cave book. I'll include the full title of that down in the description, but I was talking about it in the previous video. Like I said, Entering Hecate's Cave by, I think her name is Cyndi Brannen. I've been reading that one, and doing a lot of shadow work with, let's go ahead and start talking about tarot decks. I've been doing a lot of shadow work with the Somnia Tarot and my oracle deck, using the guiding stuff from Entering Hecate's Cave. I have also been working with the Star Power Tarot all month long in a major way. especially with my Oracle deck and the Iris Oracle. The Sacred Symbols Oracle has come out a lot. It pairs really well with the Gay Marseille, so those have been buddy-buddy. And then the Lilifer Tarot, I've done a fair amount of study and work with as well. The Lilifer, the Gay Marseille, the Wanderer's Tarot, which at one point I think I accidentally called the Wayfarer's Tarot, so just roll with me on that. The Sacred Symbols, the Iris Oracle, my Oracle deck, which actually also has a second size. I got it in a big boy size. All of these were purchased at the beginning, or purchased at the tail end of last month, and they came in at the very beginning of this month. So because I also got the Somnia and the Star Power last month, as well as several other decks, the Thoth Tarot, a standard Marseille, I've been working with almost exclusively the new decks in my collection. I was trying to go back and work with some springtime decks, but because I just had such a huge influx of stuff, I've been working with the new things. Let me give you some preliminary thoughts while we're here on the Wanderer's Tarot. This is the only one that's come into my collection that I haven't really spent much time with in videos, and that's because I don't really want to say it deserves its own study, but it needs its own study. This deck is weird. Completely reorganizes the court cards. It gives you feathers instead of swords. Or no, excuse me, it gives you feathers instead of wands, so you still get daggers for swords, you get crystals for pentacles. No, I'm sorry. Crystals for cups, moons for pentacles. I don't know, man. Like, this deck is really weird. Crystals must be earth, because west to me is water and north is earth. So crystals for pentacles and the moon for cups. So like, this deck is really, really an oddball one, and I think it's honestly more like an oracle loosely modeled off of the tarot, sort of like how the Tantric Dakini is an oracle that's modeled after the tarot, but I don't know if I would go so far as to call it a tarot deck. It calls itself a tarot deck, though, so that's where I met it at first, on the plane of being a tarot deck. I think it fails at that. I don't think that it recontextualizes so much of the tarot and revisits it in such a different way that I don't think that it's a one-for-one mapping, and therefore I think that it's more of a tarotacle than a full-on tarot deck. So that needs some attention in that way. I have done a little bit of work with this deck, but not enough to give you a review, other than that I know it's going to be one that needs my time and focus and attention, and I can see why somebody wouldn't want this. I did get this deck secondhand from a Riffle in Time, and I can see why she passed it on. You have to go to it rather than expecting it to come to you, and I have not yet made that journey, and I can understand why someone would not want to. So that's the Wanderer's Tarot. I'm going to get that out of the way because I don't have anything else to say about it beyond that. I'm also going to go ahead and get this out of the way, my photo size 3.5 by 5 inch copy of the Mixed Metaphor deck. Let me think here. Do I have any other organized thoughts to go through regarding these decks? I've been doing a lot of work, as always, with Hekate and Aphrodite. I did do a couple of tarot readings for friends this month. They always tip me, but I don't... I mean, like, I get paid for them, but I don't consider them professional readings because they are for friends. I don't know. But I have done a couple of those this month, and one of those readings I did call upon Aphrodite to get some information, and so I pulled out this bad boy, the Erotic Tarot. I spilled coffee on the bag. I need to put it through the wash with a little bit of bleach on that spot, or OxyClean. Yeah, OxyClean. But I did get to pull out the Erotic Tarot for that, which made me happy. I love an excuse to use that deck. It's also one of my favorite edge jobs, which just seems perfect, just for the humor of it. I don't know, I think that's mostly it. I honestly thought this video was going to be longer, but a lot of my April was just struggling to do things when I was in the mood to smoke, and having to balance out resting and Oh, one more thing that I do want to talk about. Another major thing that sort of happened to me this month. That's a passive voice to take. Another major thing that I have been working to make happen. I am in the process of getting assessed for ADHD. I don't know if I have it or not. But it runs in my family. My father has it, and I think it's likely that his mother has it. She's still with us, thankfully. But she seems like she's got undiagnosed ADHD, and then I know my father is diagnosed with it. So I am seeing if that is also the case for me. I have to do one more assessment, and I've been putting it off because it's going to take me like over an hour to sit down and do it one time, and if that's not just the most ADHD thing ever, but I need to get that done. Yeah, that's another thing that's been taking up my time. After each one of those assessments, I felt really raw because we were like getting into like all the things in my life that cause failure points, and so that left me really raw, plus the lack of marijuana. It was tight financially this month because I made some poor financial decisions at the beginning of the month with my impulse purchases. So I was being very strict about what I did and did not spend money on, or trying to. I don't know that I succeeded, but I was trying to be very strict about my money purchases in a time where I was exceptionally vulnerable to making bad financial choices. So it was really a struggle month in those ways. And I don't really have a whole lot to say, like regarding stuff that I was doing, because I really struggled to do stuff. I did do some ritual, especially last night, in preparation for Beltane being today, the 1st of May. I don't know if I'm going to upload this today, probably tomorrow. You'll probably be seeing this on the 2nd. But today I'm spending the day doing household chores, laundry, dishes, litter box, stuff like that. And I've been working on the guidebook for mixed media, mixed metaphor, mixed media. Honestly, say it whichever way you want. I let it be upside down on the back, so I can't blame anyone if they say it the other way around. But I've been doing the guidebook for this bad boy, so I've been getting back into writing again, which is super necessary if I want to continue working on the book idea that I have. So yeah, just a lot, being in the middle of all of the different things that I am working on basically has meant that this month has felt like it has flown by with very little to show for it. But that's life, right? Not every month is the culmination of a project coming imminently. And I guess really this project has culminated, Mixed Metaphor has culminated this month. I just yesterday submitted my designs to make playing cards for approval for shop sale. So we're going to see if they approve it. I was reading through what they have on their website, and honestly, I'm really nervous that they're going to deny it because it is a collage-based deck, and I use some stuff that's public domain, and I'm worried that they're going to be overly careful, which they have every right to do, but I do worry that I will not get accepted to sell this deck, and I have no idea what I'm going to do if that happens, because I really wanted to share this. I'll probably have like a little mentee bee, quite frankly, because I will be so crushed. I mean, it'll be what it is, but I will be heavily disappointed. Glad I could make my own personal copy first, but still. Let me think. There's definitely, stuff has happened this month. I bought art supplies, acrylics. That was the thing that I foolishly spent money on when I shouldn't. I bought some acrylic paints that I didn't really need to buy right then and there. That was probably could have saved like $50 there. But that's about it other than tarot, I guess. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out. This was a short one. Like I said, I really expected this one to be longer. I didn't really have much planned to talk about, and that's part of it too. I guess if I had planned this video out, I maybe could have come up with some fun stuff to entertain us while the folks were away, but yeah, I'm gonna stop babbling now and drink my tea, and I was gonna film some more videos, but I think I'm just gonna go hang out with my husband now and do chores, so I really need to get stuff done around the house. So I think that's where my energy is best served today. Thank y'all for hanging out. I've said that a couple of times now. I keep repeating myself, and it takes me forever to say goodbye in real life too. So love you. Bye.